Okay, I'm Debbie Mason, and with NCHE, my main job is to be over the conference. I chair the conference committee, and that's the main team. The whole board works on NCHE conference, but the conference committee is the core of what puts together the conference, and I work on that. And then I also work with a lot of the media, with the website and Facebook page and our weekly email. And along with working with the greenhouse, working with the editor. We have an editor, but I work with her. And those are my main jobs that I do. Well, I joined NCHE in 1985 when we moved to North Carolina, and that was the year right before we had our first conference. And I've been to every conference since then. So we got active with NCHE in '85, but we did not join the board until '88, and in '88 we came onto the board, and we've been on the board ever since. Well, the way I look at it is I just think NCHE's goal is simply to make homeschooling in North Carolina, that it's the best state to homeschool in, that it's easy to homeschool here, that our laws are such, I guess I would say that's one of the biggest, is that our laws are such that it is not hard to homeschool. It's not an obstacle, oh, I can't do that because the laws are so strict. And that we have freedom. We have freedom to homeschool the way that is best for our children. And then also that it's a good climate, that there's a lot of opportunities for homeschoolers, and that we look for ways and continue to look for ways that it's a good place to homeschool. So why should people come to the Thrive Conference? Because it's the best. It really is. I mean, because the conference committee's goal is to make this conference meet the needs of the North Carolina homeschoolers. And so what we're always thinking of is what makes this good for them? What can we do at this conference that when the people come, their needs are going to be met? That they're going to be, and as our tagline is, that they're going to be encouraged in their homeschooling, and we're going to equip them with workshops and materials that they can succeed in their homeschooling, and that they can connect and have fellowship with each other. Because I know when my kids were growing up, and this is for the teens and everything, is the highlight of our year was coming to the conference. And the kids would come, our teens would come, and they would see friends that they didn't get to see any other time of the year, but it was like a whole state community of these are my friends, and they also homeschool, and I get to see them. The same thing, we would see friends from around the state, and so it's that connection and that fellowship that we have with the bigger community. You go to the conference and you just go, wow. And I know so many men who weren't really engaged in their homeschooling, they would come to the conference and they would see all these other men, and they would go to these workshops, and they would leave so psyched that this is such a good thing, and they're so gung-ho for homeschooling. So I just think I know it's an expensive endeavor, it is hard, but it is so worth it to be there with all the people and all the workshops and to get that. I just think it's a really good thing to do. If I had any advice for especially young homeschool moms, it would be to enjoy the process and enjoy your kids, and don't let the stresses of that burden that it's all on you weigh you down, because the process is just naturally beautiful. And being with your kids and working with your kids, and it's just such a fun thing. And you should enjoy this process and trust the process to work, because homeschooling, by nature of having your kids with you, is such a beautiful thing, and has inherent in it a successful model. And so I would just say relax, enjoy your kids, and enjoy the process.